Start with you guys. Start with Andrew. Knowing how the last couple games have gone, how important was it to get back in the win column, especially not a lot of time left before we get into the meat of Horizon League play, so to get this win and stop the skid?
Yeah, it was really important. Thought we got out to a good start today. Ended up everybody played well, shared the ball well, and I think it's a good game for us. Just getting back into the flow of things, and yeah, it was a much needed win today. So hopefully carry that on down the road now. Got a road game, away game Miami this week, obviously. So yeah, it's a good win for us.
You mentioned a lot of good sharing the ball. What did you see in terms of how everyone was able to, it didn't matter who was on the court at any given time, whoever the five were, they were able to spread the ball really well?
Yeah, I thought everybody shared the ball well today. Nobody's really, like trying to just get theirs, shoot theirs and stuff. So yeah, that's what we do as a team. We take pride in that, share the ball. Everybody moves without the ball well. So it was really easy to just play with everybody that out of the lineup.
What was kind of the toughest thing in terms of staying positive with all the last four games not going the way you wanted them, to be able to come out with a chip on your shoulder in a way today? Or?
Yeah, everybody just kind of staying together. I mean, I don't know, we were 3 or 4 losses in a row. I don't know which one it was, but yeah, everybody was just kind of down after that. Games we think we should have won, so just picking each other up was kind of a big thing this week, and playing with each other and going out there, and we did that today.
For Andy, you had a chance to make some big contributions off both ends of the court. How was that getting that kind of recognition and getting a lot of those minutes?
It's just cool to these type of games. Kind of hard for guys to look forward to or to see, because it does not really seem as a big game, but it's an opportunity for me to get on the floor. I always enjoy it. I know they enjoy whenever I do something well on the court right there. So I got career high minutes today, so it's kind of fun to do.
How has the experience been for you? Because you're from Oakwood. I was looking being from the Miami Valley, just a few minutes from home, and being able to grow up in the Miami Valley and represent the Miami Valley at Wright State.
It's just really big. My dad went to Wright State. He played baseball here back in 1978. He's been friends with BG. So I've grown up playing the Wright State games. Bond Nuggets. Those guys were all here. I grew up watching them, and so my brother Alex committed to play baseball here at high school, and it was something I tried to try out for, be the team, and the dream come true to be able to play for college and still club like this.
What did you see in terms of, like I was asking Andrew, how you saw everyone communicating? It seemed no matter who the five were on the court at any given time, you were just able to always stay one step ahead of UNOH.
Yeah, it's just something we've worked on a lot the past couple of days. Past 2 games have been tough. Our defense has been pretty good. Our communication's been good. It's just offensively we haven't really gotten it going. So it's good to have a day where we get that going again. But just the effort's there, the talk's there, defense there. So it's nice to put it all together for a game today.
And again, tough matchup with Miami, and then I think after that it's back into Horizon League play. So what do you think it's going to take in terms of making sure you go into Christmas on keeping this positive momentum going, but also recognizing that there's a long grind once Christmas ends?
Just a lot of focus, because obviously Christmas is there. We have a couple days off, and then it's right in the conference. So it's one more game. Can't overlook it because Christmas is right there. So let's go in there, focus on Miami, play as hard as we can, and hopefully hit Christmas and win.
Have you guys had time to figure out what are your plans for those couple days in between Miami and Northern Kentucky?
Well, it's good because we have a full week. So Coach gracefully gave us 3 days off after it, and it's just good because some guys are able to go home, haven't been home for a while. Like Alex lives in Wisconsin, CJ lives in Texas. It's good to be able to see their family for the first time in a while.
I told players before the game that life is lived more in these moments of where it's not mountaintop highs, and playing a game like this is it's not easy for them, and it's not easy for us because it's they just played last night, and we haven't been in a great spot, and so but life is lived in the mundane moments way more than it's lived on the mountaintops, and I think as a man you're going to be judged more how you live in those mundane times than you are just on the mountaintops, and so I was very pleased with who our guys were today, how they acted, and just handle business, and there's no reason for us not to be desperate coming off the 4 losses.
Did you see a specific attitude out of these guys coming in today because of the situation you guys have been in with how the last couple games had to?
Well, I think it would be normal. It's human nature that, we're used to winning here, and to have lost 4 in a row, I think was not easy for anybody. And so, there's 1 or 2 things you do in those situations. You either roll up in a ball and act like a baby, or you're desperate and you fight. We saw our guys do that today. They're not feeling sorry for themselves, which mostly that's what I'm pleased with more than anything.
Tactically on the court, what pleased you the most about
Just
the way your team played?
we focused on throwing the ball in. I mean, it's kind of who we are anyway. They were in zone in the first half. In the second half, they were man to man. But either way, we just threw it in there. We scored a lot of points. Now, I'd like to get to the free throw line more. It frustrates me that they took more free throws than us, and I can't completely control that because maybe they just don't foul. We scored a lot of points in the paint, so we'll definitely take that. I think the other thing, shooting 58% and still getting 19 offensive rebounds is pretty exceptional. I mean, that's hard to do. But it's one of the reasons why you shoot high percentage too, because usually offensive rebounds lead to easy shots.
Scott, talk about playing a game like this in between your regular games. It kind of helps you a little bit, doesn't it?
I mean, it can. It's. I've had enough people ask me, why we would play a game like this. Just trying to even put a home schedule together for us is, I can't describe how it's probably the most difficult thing of all the things that we do in terms of coaching and recruiting is putting a home game schedule together because nobody wants to come play us here unless it's going to be a home and home. But we're not going to get. I mean, it just is hard to get home games for us, and so we obviously have to fill it out. Our fans want us to play home games, and so what we're left with is playing a game like this or two, and it's a challenge. I mean, it just is. It's a challenge for our players to play in these games. It's a challenge to coach in these games. It's probably some of my most agonizing moments, to be honest with you.
How was it seeing it? It seemed like no matter which 5 players were on the court at any given one time, you were just able to keep clicking and always keep UNOH at arm's bay. How pleased were you seeing, like, would you say it was a full 40-minute effort or close to
I think so. One of the things we struggle with is defense in the second half. We're usually better defensively in the first half because it's in front of our bench, and so the communication's better. And in terms of they shot 27% in the first half, 33% in the second half. So we clearly were better in the first half, which is normal. But human nature is when you get games like this that get out of control, guys start doing stupid things and selfish things, and we didn't see any of that. Mostly that's what I'm pleased with.
And especially a guy like Andy who doesn't always see a ton of playing time. He
Yeah,
hit a career high.
yeah.
He was able to make it count.
It's fun, for those things. Certainly we don't want to rub it in to these guys. We want our guys to play hard. We're not trying to celebrate at their expense. I'm not interested in that, but it's also fun to see a guy like Andy, be able to get some playing time and have some stats, because he's worked so hard for us. So that is certainly gratifying.
You guys good?
One last question. The mindset of getting ready for Miami, and then you do have a week off before you get back into Horizon League play on a regular basis.
Well, we have tomorrow off, and then we have 3 practices before we go to Miami. That'll be obviously our last non-conference game, and I think we won one true road game so far this year, and so to me, good teams win on the road. I think anybody can win at home. I think the good teams win on the road, and we haven't done poorly on the road. We've competed very well, and we played a lot of good teams on the road. And this will be another one, but you got to figure out a way to win those games. And so this will be a challenge. I'll be honest with you, I don't know anything about Miami right now. Like, I don't look ahead. I don't know what their record is. I don't know how they're doing. Don't pay attention to it. And so I'll start that tomorrow.